might get a little naggy now and then, or I might even lose my disposition. Not that I ever had one, but there's always a possibility of it being worse. Then I suddenly discovered the world of other things. The people that are now wandering around in all these fun actions are really not having much fun at all. They're really very largely spending money and waking up in debt. And those who spend enough money are waking up sick. And those who are very wealthy are waking up dead. It is not a very progressive problem. So we suggest looking around. There are all kinds of interesting and wonderful things to do, things that help us to learn.
Hash The Misadventures of Fun in Dolton, a satirical tale of mismanagement and mischief. Dolton's Vegas disaster, Mayor Henyard's reign of fun. In the absurd theater of Dolton politics, Mayor Tiffany Henyard stars as the queen of extravagance and unchecked fun. Her most notorious act? A lavish Vegas trip touted as an economic development mission, which turned out to be a taxpayer-funded holiday for her and an entourage, including a comically oversized security detail of 200 officers, reminiscent of a royal guard in a farcical kingdom. Back home, her $1 million personal use skating rink stands as a frosty monument to her self-indulgence. Residents can only skate by royal decree, adding a touch of medieval flair to modern governance. Businesses accuse her and her co-conspirator, Keith Freeman, of hoarding property by unfairly withholding permits, all while Henyard laughs off criticisms and flaunts her unchecked power without showing a shred of proof or accountability. Keith Freeman's financial farce. Keith Freeman, the financial jester of Dolton, managed to draw 2 salaries from intertwined municipalities, while his magical accounting in bankruptcy court showed only 1. His office antics included locking out tax assessors and unlawfully hacking into emails. Imagine a low-budget spy parody. However, the fun ended when his ledger of secrets became a gold record in the FBI's hands, leading to a swift indictment. Now, Freeman might swap his municipal office for a cell, proving that even in satire, crime does not pay. Andrew Holmes' scandalous escapade. Trustee Andrew Holmes adds to the troupe with his own dark comedy of errors. After the infamous Vegas trip, he allegedly turned a night of revelry into a scandal involving sexual improprieties with a young woman, while boasting about it to a police officer over live video. His personal reality show gone wrong. His indiscretion paints a grim picture of how quickly fun can morph into a personal and public disaster, legal troubles, and financial ruin. Amidst the laughter and facepalming, Dolton faces dire consequences. The Delgado law firm, once representing Henyard, cut ties due to non-payment, leaving the town to fend for itself against a barrage of up to 30 lawsuits and a looming $75 million debt. The financial comedy of errors might just force Dolton into an unwanted sequel, bankruptcy. As Dolton reels from its leader's misadventures, the citizens are left questioning the true cost of their leader's version of fun. The absurdity of the situation might be laughable if it weren't so tragically real. In this satirical account, we see not just a story of mismanagement, but a cautionary tale of what happens when those in power treat governance like a game.
20th, 2023. The family says their 14-year-old son was coming home after getting snacks from a grocery store when he was tased by police in his own backyard and was later hospitalized. The family's attorney says this was a case of mistaken identity and says police must be held accountable. Now, we want to warn you, the video you're about to see might be disturbing.
Get your hands up! Hands up! Hands up!
On the morning of November 20th of last year, 14-year-old Avarius Thompson, who has autism, was tased by a Dolton police officer. Seconds later,
don't move!
He's tased again.
You gotta get some more!
When you're looking at that body cam video and you see your son, you see him being tased, as a parent, what goes through your mind when you're watching that?
It was frightening. It was very scary. And I can see he was confused. He didn't know what was going on.
According to the incident report, Dolton police were called to assist Riverdale police, who were searching for 4 black males. 2 of the males were said to have fled on foot with rifles and a handgun, according to the report.
Get your hands up.
At around 10:53 a.m., a Dolton police officer spots Thompson in a backyard, pursues him, and tases him.
Don't move. Don't move.
According to the police report, Thompson was positively identified as one of the offenders. But in this body cam video, you can hear what appears to be another officer questioning whether they got the right person.
I don't think that's him, bro. We lost one, though. This might not be him.
Thompson's sister comes outside, asking why they have her brother.
He a little boy. What did you do? I didn't do nothing. I know you didn't do nothing.
Thompson's mother, Gwendolyn Torin, says she rushed to the hospital where her son was being treated.
He's autistic. You can't arrest an autistic kid, man. Y'all taste him. Y'all did that.
After being treated at the hospital, the family says their son was turned over to Riverdale police, who released the boy later that day.
Far too often we're seeing this happen, not just in Illinois, across the country.
The family's attorney, Calvin Townsend II, says to his knowledge, his client has not been charged with a crime. He says this was a case of mistaken identity.
He's a great kid.
Attorney Townsend says his client's clothing was similar to the suspect's description, which made him a target.
He's a 14-year-old kid, and having officers rush towards you with what we know is tasers but could be perceived as guns is scary.